I was fascinated when I came across this term on YouTube called productivity, and I remember I binge watched around hundreds of them. And as of 2020, I really wanted to start a channel which was about to revolve around the whole world called productivity. And I guess I just wanted to become like the school YouTubers. I just wanted to look like them. I followed every possible detail they gave in the videos. Maybe buying those post-it notes, pastel highlighters, different colored papers, maybe folders and whatnot. 2 years down the lane, right now, I really question myself whether those videos helped me become productive or they just made me look like productive. So I'm going to start a video series in this channel wherein I talk about all those different things that seem to make sense but are nothing more than just a paradox. So I welcome you all to the first episode of the PARADOX PEP, which is productivity videos are not worth the hype. To be real honest, the productivity language is an impediment for me. These productivity videos are insanely growing on YouTube. People have gained tons of tips and tricks and different methods to boost their productivity. And people are really fascinated by these fancy videos. I was one of them, so that is true. People actually forget to reflect upon those 10 minutes of watch, like whether they have gained something from the video. Here are the 5 reasons why I feel like productivity videos are not worth the hype. First reason alone is these videos make your work seem as a noun, not as a verb. Before going further down the lane, let me be clear with the definitions of a noun and a verb. So Google says a noun is described as a word that is used to identify a class of people, places or things, while verb is a word which is used to describe an action. These productivity videos, they comprehend your work as a noun, like it's a thing you do just to take it off from your to-do list later. People get swallowed into this concept of work as in they just do it just to take it off from their to-do list later on in the day. They should have realized that the actual win is the efforts that you put in your work. Process of completing your work is the actual win. Any work, be it as small as maybe making your bed in the morning or maybe making a cup of coffee in the morning, or as big as maybe starting your own clothing line or starting your own business, any work should be considered as the process, not just as a thing. Austin Kleon wrote in his blog, let go of the thing that you're trying to be and focus on the actual work you need to be doing. By reasoning out this point, I want you guys to realize whether you have got a noun to start with or a verb to work with. The second reason, hustle is not the only form of productivity. Not every time working, studying or hustling in general is what productivity looks like. There are days when just making your bed or doing your own laundry or doing the dishes maybe, they can be productive as well. These videos are often misinterpreted as productivity is only about the hustle culture, and if you're taking a day off, that seems like a crime to you. But sometimes doing your normal day-to-day routine stuff or maybe the household chores that you do, they can be productive as well. Okay, let me enlighten you with the concept that I have come across. It takes a lot of energy to be creative. Like if you spend all your energy studying or working or doing other things, then can you expect yourself to be creative at all? Sometimes getting bored, doing all those normal boring things and help you circulate the creative juices that you have got in your head. YouTube videos that are tagged as productive often miss out on telling people that how boredom can be efficient for a person. The third reason is focusing on too many strategies at once. Okay. Try searching for productivity tips on YouTube and look at those endless results that you get. These tons of tips and tricks can make your brain cloud with a lot of information which is not needed actually. It might be very tempting for a person to watch over those videos, like as I said, binge watch them. But having a finger in every different pie does not sound tactic actually. I myself may have gathered hundreds of tips and tricks and methods to boost my efficiency all over this year. But at the end of the day, I use only 2 of them or maybe 3 of them. I practice what works for me. Another thing is, productivity is not about adding things on things. It's about subtracting all those different advice that is not needed and sticking to what works for you. So the next time you watch a video that gives you loads of tips and tricks, make sure to stick to those that works for you and choose what to leave out. The 4th reason, the fake notion that we have termed for productivity. The very first thing that you notice when you open a productivity vlog or maybe productive day in my life and all is that waking up at 5 a.m. is the thing you should be doing, which I don't feel like is the truth. So let us take for example a person who sleeps at 12 at night, and obviously the bug that is created by this productivity video in his head will tell him to wake up at 5 in the morning and start working. But is it even normal for a person to be working efficiently with 5 hours of sleep? I don't think so. That's the way productivity should look like. Getting a proper night's sleep should be normalized. Having a slow morning should be normalized. These videos often ignore that people have different lives, people have different schedules to work with, and they have different work that needs their attention. And YouTubers shoving their so-called perfect routines into people's lives is not making them productive, but adding a lot of pressure on their backs. Which brings me to the last reason, that is productivity shame. Showcasing those perfect morning routines, suggesting people to follow their schedules and suggesting them to do this, to do that, makes people greedy to follow them. And people often forget that the people they are terming as their idols actually have got people in the backs who help them with other things, like help them with their livelihood things, like maybe doing their laundry or doing the dishes or maybe cooking for them. And when these normal people like us, we see the video and when we fail to replicate it in our own lives, throws us into a spiral of productivity shame. It is a psychological thing for a human that the more we get done, the better we feel about ourselves. For us, self-esteem and productivity is linked to each other. If you are more productive, you feel very good about yourself, which is not a healthy practice in the longer run, because your day may not go as exactly as you have planned. And those so-called perfect YouTubers that you see, they may have edited all those faulty parts of the day and just uploaded the good, aesthetically pleasing parts. So for me, productivity is more about consistency rather than achieving goals. These were a couple of reasons that I feel like why productivity videos are not worth the hype and why I have stopped watching them after being a sucker for productivity videos all my life. If you like this video, please like and share, and if you have got different opinions about this whole term productivity, please let me know in the comments down below. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you with my next video in the next week. Thank you. Peace out.